Hello, how are you? My name's Samantha and this is Stitch Your Library, Stitch Your Library 11. So this is my little mini series where I am desperately trying to work my way through my extensive Ravelry library, and I'm getting so much better at saying that. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. We've gone through a few iterations of this. I've always been trying to work through my Ravelry library. I did start off doing it from the things that have been in there the longest to the things that have been in there the least amount of time, the newest things. However, I have decided to switch it up a little bit. I spoke about this, it was either the last episode or the one before that, because basically I have chunks of things. Like, I will go and look for an item and then I will save a few of that item. So I'll have like maybe a page full of mitts and a page full of hats and things like that, and that's not doing it for me at all. So decided to switch it up a bit. I'm now using a tiny decisions wheel because I am incapable of making decisions by myself, apparently. Now, my tiny decisions wheel project I haven't touched since the last time. It is Vincent the Dragon, and my brain just has not been in a good place. I've been so busy. If you watch my regular podcast, you know I've been looking for a house and just got a new car, the kids are on holiday, you know, there's just a lot at the minute. And Vincent takes a little bit of concentration for the part that I'm on just now, at least. So I love the pattern is good. I will get back to it when my brain starts working again. Same with the penguin pot holder, that I'm not doing it as a pot holder, I'm going to do it as a cushion cover. I'm not sure if I even still want to do it anymore. I've started doing it. I've only got maybe about that much. And I'm thinking about frogging it and not bothering, because it's just constantly, you're doing like 2 stitches, change colour, 3 stitches, change colour. And it's a lot. It's going to be a tangle. It's going to end up being really stiff. And I don't think I'd like the finished product enough to put that much effort in. So I think I'm going to frog that and take that off my... It's a free pattern. There's nothing wrong with the pattern. It's difficult to see. That's the only thing I will say with the pattern, is it is difficult to see. I've just seen if I've got it knocking around, but I don't. Because it's on a grid and it's not being blown up and put over separate pages. It's just on the one page, so the square's not tiny. So yes, I think I've been kind of dithering on it, but I think I'm going to frog the penguin. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you go back a few episodes, it'll be in there. But Vincent, I'm definitely going to be finishing Vincent. I just need to get enough brain to get, because I'm on the tail and the tail is very curvy. So as soon as I get enough brain to get past the tail, I'll be starting him again. So what have I been working on? If you watched my last podcast, you will know that I have taken a reset, because I think it's been 3 weeks since I've done a Stitch Your Library. It had been 4 weeks since I did a podcast, because I've just been ill and the kids on holiday and busy. So I have taken a reset. So my last podcast, I've just showed you everything that I've worked on since the last time I had recorded anything. And so now we're back to just evens. So I'm going to show you what I've worked on this week. I don't have any finishes this week. I would have, except for, I'll show you the first thing I've worked on, actually. Oh, no, I won't. I'm going to show you this first. I do actually have, my tablet is working today. I did this little mimic. This was a gift, so I don't have it. There we go. Sorry about the glare. You should be able to see him okay. He's a mimic. He's a D&D character. I followed a YouTube tutorial, so I'll show you the actual pattern. Is there. So you have a choice here of being able to buy the pattern, which is $5.95 Australian. I don't know what that is in So so I'm looking at my tablet here. It's a free, I thought it was a pattern you could buy on Ravelry as well, but it's not. Ravelry just has the YouTube link for it. The YouTube video is very good if you can follow videos. She puts the written stuff on the screen for you as well. Very easy to follow. Pretty quick video considering the thing that it is. And for some of the bits, like, I'll show you inside for attaching that. It's not difficult and she walks you through it, but it is very handy to have the visual on it. And the pattern you can buy on Etsy. She doesn't sell it on Ravelry. She does lots and lots and lots of YouTube tutorials. She's really good. She's got a very nice, easy teaching style. So she's who I would like to be when I grow up as far as like tutorial things go. So yeah, I did that one. I don't have it. I say it was a gift. It was a birthday gift. So I had mentioned, I think, before, and I didn't have it to show you. And of course I forgot to take a video because of course I did. Remember to take pictures though, so that's the main thing. Right. So the things I've worked on this week. Firstly, a little bit of a tale of woe. I've been working on these Easy Cuff Mitts. These are by Heather Gibbs, who is Keep Calm and Crochet On. This is a nice light blue pair there. You can see they're quite simple, just folded over with the button. And I thought they'll be nice to put in my shop. However, this says on here, like 50 grams of Aran weight yarn should be enough. And she uses a 5mm hook. So 5mm hook. And I've done one. Now, let's see if I can get these the right way around. I do not have small hands by any stretch of the imagination. I'm 5'9". I'm not a small person. And these have got a lot of room left in them. So I've done this one. I did not do as many rows as she said because it was already going to be massive. So you fold the top over, and then that, just where I've sewn the thumb, it's going to be quite short. So I could probably move the thumb hole down a bit. I'm going to have to take them apart anyway though. The stitch on this, it's like is it a lemon peel stitch? Granite? I don't know. There's a few different names for it. It's a double crochet, single crochet, and then on the way back you put a single crochet in the double and then a double in the single. So that's the... And this was just like a scrap ball of Stylecraft Special Aran that I had, and I had 58 grams, and I thought that should be enough. This is what I've got for the second one. But I say I'm going to take them apart anyway because I've got big hands. Like, I can't buy women's gloves because the fingers are always too short on them and they're always too tight. And this fits me with so much room left in it. Like, yeah. So as much as it's a nice easy pattern to follow, it's a free pattern because it's essentially just a lemon peel stitch, assuming that's the right stitch. A square, fold it in half, and then you fold the cuff down and put a button on it. But I'm going to have to take them apart, do what I should have done in the first place, which is just evenly split the yarn into two. I don't know why I didn't do that. Honestly, my brain recently has just been so bad because I've just been so busy. I've been viewing a lot of houses, so it's meant a lot of driving, and because I haven't driven for so long, all the driving is just ruining me. And yeah, my brain just needs nice, easy things. So we have these, which I'm going to restart, and I will hopefully have these to show you next week. And then the only other thing that I've been working on from my Ravelry library is this. Now, I think I showed this briefly on my podcast as a whip, but I have worked on it a bit since then. I'll show you on here. This is another free pattern. And this is there we go. It's an Italian knitter. Let's see. Oh shit. No. I'm sorry, I'm doing all sorts of things to my tablet here and none of them are the right one. Touch screens, man. I mean, in theory, yes, touch screens are great, but not when you're me. So, as you can see, it's just quite a big shawl. Another free pattern. This is from an Italian knitter who is Francesca. She has a podcast. I'll link it down below. Everything I'm talking about as well, I'll link down below. And in this, she's used Drops Air. She has used 820 yards, which I do believe, yeah, she says down here. She's very, very thorough, right? So she's down here on Ravelry, on the Ravelry page. She's listed the different shawls when she's like tested them, how much yarn she's used and the type of yarn. So Drops Air, she used 250 grams. She used 5mm needles for that. Now, it's a very, very simple pattern. And this is just what I need right now. If you've watched my podcast, you may have seen that I had started, it's just here actually. You may have seen that I had started this blanket. I'd got a kit for it. This is from the Knitting Network. It's a basic feathering fan and my brain has just been so bad that I couldn't even do that. So, I frogged it because I'd ended up with like, it was only about that size and I had about like 20 extra stitches or something. I know what I did. By that point, I just didn't want to fix it at all. So what I've done is I've taken that yarn, which is Emu, it's Knitting Network's own one. It's Emu Classic Tweed Chunky. And I had 8 balls of it. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 balls of it. There's 6 of them in different colours, and then there's 2 balls of sand, which is this colour here. So always a bigger picture on the back. So that's all the different colours. Alright, so this is the one that there's 2 balls of, and the rest of them there's like 1 ball of it. So what I have done, in fact, that's not right. So this has a picture of a black ball in it, which doesn't, yeah, same on the front as well. It's got a picture of a black ball in it, which doesn't actually appear in the blanket anywhere. I wondered why there's 2 balls of sand. It says on the key there's 2 balls of sand. Anyway, this is frogged. So I'm all over the place. So I thought, because she's used 250 grams of Aran and used a 5mm needle, I'm going to use 300 grams of Chunky and use 6mm needles. And all you're basically doing is a garter stitch, garter stitch rows, 1 row of violets every so often, and an I-cord edge. And it's the easiest thing in the world. So I'm going to do this one in grey and blue, and then there's a green. And then, depending on how I feel, by the time I finish this one, there's a cream, a light pink and a dark pink that I might do as well, and just make 2 of these. It depends on what size it ends up as well. And then I'm going to use the 2 balls of sand for a project on their own because there's 2 of them. I don't know what project yet. But yeah, this is what I've been doing my time on. So I finished the first ball. It might not end up quite as big as hers because hers is massive. See, like, when she holds it out. See, hers is huge. So I don't know if mine will end up that size or not. We shall see. We shall see. But of course it's in the middle of summer and I'm knitting a giant chunky shawl because of course I am. Using my knit picks. They're not Knit Picks. Knit Pros. I think Knit Picks and Knit Pro. I think it's the same, but one's UK and one's US, or one's EU and one's US. But it's these anyway. I like these because they're wooden and they're like light to use, but they're really nice and smooth. I do like them very much. And I've got my little donut stitch marker, which is just on to remind me which is the front and which is the back. Because sometimes when it's all like scrunched up on your lap like that and you're doing a row, it's sometimes hard to see whether this row is the straight one or the angled one. Words. Oh my goodness. Alright, so my plans for this week for my Stitcher library. I'm going to carry on working on the shawl. I'm going to rip out those mitts and redo them. I may or may not start Vincent. I'm ripping out the penguin pot holder and taking that out of my library. It's a free pattern. If I want to do it at some point, I can always go back and do it. And then, yeah, I'll see what else. I'll see what else I can start. But that's it. That's it for my Stitcher library this week. I know it's not the most exciting because there's nothing that I've finished and I don't have a huge amount of work on anything, but it is what it is. I'll be back next week, next Sunday, for the next Stitcher library. Okay, bye.